So now let's just look into the history of the price ladder. Well, it all started on the trading floor, really. It went from the evolution from the trading pit to the electronic screen. So if any of you have seen those movies or those classics in the 80s and the 90s where you see all these guys shouting and being crazy, buying this and selling that, and this whole cauldron of activity and energy, well, that's where trading was. But it was a very archaic model because orders being filled, relying on somebody else, meeting your order or meeting your sell order. Well, that's really changed since we went electronic, especially in the back end of the 90s, especially within the price ladder future space that we trade. Now, if you want to look at a timeline of events, click on that link and it just elaborates a little bit more about the entire sequence of events that really goes back to around the 60s till our present day, when electronic trading started becoming really made trading a lot more efficient and order filling a lot more efficient and a lot more of a so-called level playing field, where access to the markets is accessible to everyone in the world. So if you want to have any more details, then just click on that link on your slide and further understanding and investigation with regards to the whole timeline and sequence of events. And there's a couple of links there for you. Now, what is level 1, 2, and 3? Now, we spoke about it a little bit in the previous slide. Level 1 is really what's just currently being traded and the current price that you're being shown by the broker. Level 2 shows you the entire depth of market and how much is willing to be traded at each price, and seeing the buy and sell orders along a certain depth of the market. And trading technologies, the depth is between 10 to 20 prices. So at each single price, you can see the buy and the sell orders, whereas on other spread betting platforms or so forth, you only see one level of data. And for us as futures traders, that provides us no information. It doesn't show us potential patterns or underlying intention of the buyers or sellers or sellers in the market. Level 3 data there, it actually shows you at each buy and sell price along the whole depth of the market. You can actually see what each one of those total orders are comprised of. Is it comprised of one buyer or one seller or a whole collection, and how many buyers or sellers are at that price? And that's level 3 data, which you can pay the exchanges to receive that data, but most futures price ladder traders just operate on level 2 data, and the course is geared around level 2 data. Now, the price ladder advantage level 2 data, as you'll see throughout the entire course, it really shows the level of interaction of prices, and therefore when you can see the level of interaction and you see the buys and the sell orders and the activity and the intent of the orders going through the market and the speed that they go through, this gives you so much information on the directional bias that the market could start going. Or if we're breaking a certain level in the oil market, in the gold market, in the S&P 500, when we're breaking that level, but you're seeing on the price ladder there isn't that real intention, well, then there's a greater chance that there's a potential false break play on the on the hand. But you can't see that on charts. You can see that on the ladder. You can see from the lack of follow through, or the lack of really, or the lethargic nature of when you're watching level 2 data. So that's really the core advantage of price level 2 data. There's another link there for you to click, just for you to understand the various market levels of data. And then finally, just some more, just more explanation. So from this slide, if you really want to gain a deep understanding, if you're a novice, I really strongly suggest research and read up on all those links that I provided for you guys on the slide, so you get a real deep understanding and deep grounding in really the advantages of a price ladder.